£3,500. £3,500. Well, 3,006. That's how much I paid for this thing. Man, I could have got a new MacBook Pro, but yeah, the things I do for technology, just to see what it's all about. This is new. This is the trifold smartphone, the world's first trifold smartphone, and it is the Huawei Mate XC Ultimate Design. Let me show you what's in the box first, and then we'll talk about this thing. So this is the box that it comes in, and I've already unboxed it, as you can see, because obviously I have the phone out, but I've managed to pack things nice and neatly back into its places and stuff. So it's all Chinese because it's been imported. I don't know if they'll be selling that here at any point, but yeah, so that's basically all the bits you get at the start, which is what the phone comes in. It comes unfolded already, as you can see there, the big camera cutout. And then when you take this bit out, there's nothing in this bit, it's just that. And then underneath here is all your accessories and whatnot. So on this side, we have our SIM ejector tool. So that comes like so. You can see there, just basic SIM ejector tool stuff. In fact, let me just pop this back in here for now so I don't lose it. I always tend to do that. And then we take this bit out, we get some more stuff, which I couldn't tell you what some of these means, but these are obviously all the booklets that you get with it and software and stuff like that you need to install to get started. So it shows you all that information all in there. And then if I get to this bit, this is some earbud tips, which I'll show you what it comes with as well. So you get some spare tips there to fit your ear size or ear canal size. So pick wisely. And then you also get a carbon fiber finishing mixed with leather sort of design finishing on it. This is the case you get with it. So if I just peel that bit off, it's got the Huawei branding on there as well. It looks really good. And then I'll just pop this on. I think this bit then pops out like that. So you can then use this as a stand for the phone, which I'll show you guys just shortly as well. I'm not sure. Okay, yeah, so that rotates as well, so you can have it in different orientation, which is pretty cool. That's pretty smart. It keeps the phone nice and secure as well on the back, so you don't scratch it up and all that stuff very easily. But we'll come back to the phone because we'll talk about the camera and all the other bits. And then there's also this 88 watt supercharger, cigarette lighter charger thing. So for the car, so in-car charger. It's interesting that they've included in here. So you get full USB-A, and then there's another USB-A there, and then USB-C port there to charge your device on the go in the car. Not many phones give you that, so yeah, that's pretty cool. And then we have this pair of earbuds in there as well. So you may have seen this on the channel already. I reviewed this particular pair, and then you can see what they look like there. Really interesting design of pair of earbuds. So you can see it there. Looks very interesting, but during my review they actually sound really good, so do check that out on the channel if you want to find out more about this pair of earbuds. The rest of it, we get the charge brick, which is obviously international, but I've got loads of charge bricks already here which I can use in the UK. So this supports 66 watts, and if you're on wireless charging as well, it supports 50 watts in general. So you got USB-A, USB-C combo on there as well, which is cool. Which means also here you get a USB-A to USB-C cable and also a USB-C to USB-C charging cable and data transfer. So that's pretty much everything that you get in the packaging, but let's get a closer look at this. I've taken off the case for now just to get a closer look at the phone. It tracks so much fingerprint, so I'm having to keep wiping it so that it looks nice and clean, which it's nice when it's just clean. Look at the camera array though. Let's get a closer look at that. So you can see on the back we have this nice leather finishing. I'm not sure if that's real leather or not, but this gives you that Huawei Ultimate Design branding on the back there. And the camera array, you can see there we have a triple camera setup, which gives you your main camera, ultra wide angle camera, you got periscope lens as well, and you got your main lens as well, which is good. If I said that right, so main, ultra wide and telephoto, but I get into more details on what that is, and you got that flash there as well. And then the housing is finished in this nice gold sort of chamfer. It's got a nice design to it, a nice pattern to it, which I kind of like. And it just gives you that luxurious look and feel to it, which is really nice. Up top, you can see there we have infrared blaster there, so IR blaster. We have a speaker grill there as well and a microphone port, which I believe that's what that is. And then we look on the side, we have our power button, which also doubles up as a fingerprint sensor, and your volume rocker there as well. So nice and thin the way that's placed, and it kind of sits almost flush with the rest of the body there, so you can barely see the way that it sticks out, which so far it can be a problem because sometimes you struggle to find out where it is around the device, so you kind of like touching it just to try and find where it's placed on there. Over on the front, there's this 8 megapixel camera, which goes all the way to the far left when you unfold it again. We'll have a look at that in a second. So that's 8 megapixel. On the bottom, we have a USB-C port, as you can see there, and we have the microphone there, SIM card tray, and also your speaker grill again right at the bottom there, looking nice and thin-ish. Once we unfold it, you see more of that in a minute. Okay, so more on the display. You can see the first screen there, looking really good. This is a OLED display, so it gives you that nice level of contrast. The blacks are good as well, just nice and vibrant, which is really good. So the front display is 6.4-inch display. It's LTPO OLED display, and in general you get 3184 by 2232 pixel. It's 90 Hz, 16 by 11, and like I said already, you get that 8 megapixel camera right up top at the front. When you fold it, the first stage of unfolding this rather than folding, you can see there it's a nice, just a regular foldable phone there, as you can see. So regular foldable phone size. So this is 7.9 inch, and then you fold it even more, and this is just over 10 inch of display. So you get a full tablet experience here. As you can see, that looks absolutely insane. And honestly, I don't know how they've managed to do this, because look how thin it is. Once you unfold this, it's just so thin. Even the camera's struggling to focus on how thin it is. Look around it. It's just so thin. And the only thing that sticks out here really is that camera array at the back. Otherwise, it just sits nice and flat in general, which is incredible. I love what they've done here, honestly. Even the hinge just sits flush with it. And the only thing that you notice is just the creases on there, but we can forgive that because this is still a fresh piece of technology, and we're finally getting to have this on the market and actually using it ourselves, which honestly, that's something that's you can just marvel. It's just a great marvel in terms of the technology in the way they've done this thing. It's just so cool. Folding the back up is very easy as well. Just fold that one, fold the one on the back, and eventually you get used to doing it so quickly, so you don't have to worry about damaging it or destroying it or anything like that. But it's very robust. They've done a lot of tests on it, but I'm not going to test it because, yeah, like I said at the start, £3,600 for this thing. This version I have here is 512 gigabytes of internal storage, but this goes up to a possibility of 1 terabyte internal storage, and you get 16 gigabytes of RAM. And it's running on Kirin 9010, so everything runs very fluid and smoothly. There's no issues at all, and it's just great. The only thing that you would miss out on this side of the country, this side of the world, is the lack of Google services. So you won't be able to do things like YouTube as a native app, for example, or Gmail as a native app. Weirdly, Google Chrome works. Let's talk about usability though, because when you want a full tablet experience, you just unfold it and then you have this big display to play with. So you can have multiple screens side by side or whatever layouts you want them to be. If you want to watch a movie, you can just load up a big display to watch a movie on the go, and this will make for something to do that with if you're going to consume content on the go. If you want to browse the web, it's there as well, just nice and fluid. You've got this big display, and I love the way that it flows between when you unfold it and fold it back up. So if I was to go back to just the main screen like so, it just works really well. I'm now back on that 6.4 inch display without any stress, and when I feel like actually I just want something a bit bigger, it just resizes comfortably well to the next thing that you need to do. And then if I need that big display, as you can see there, resizes itself again, and it's just nice flow of unfolding the screen, and whatever you're doing on the screen just works accordingly, which is, I think, is impressive. If you look at Instagram app on here, for example, this is obviously it's not they haven't designed this to run on big screens like this one, sadly, but if you were to go to the main screen, you got your 6.4 inch display. Unfold it again, we have the 7.9 inch display there, so you can start browsing on Instagram. And then when you want a big display, you can just go all the way like that. One thing you can do as well is, in the case of an app like Instagram, you can just go portrait mode like this, which gives you this big ass display to play with. Honestly, it's just pretty cool, right? Let me know what you think in the comments below. And then when it comes to gaming, I've got Call of Duty loaded up on here. You got full screen display for gaming, and then again, I can fold it back up and use that screen like so and game on the go, and it just works fluidly in the way that it switches between the screens again, as you can see. And then if I want to go on the tablet this size, you can see it resizes accordingly, and then if I want the full thing, it just resizes as well, auto rotates and stuff, and then you can start gaming and enjoy yourself with your gaming experience on this. Again, incredible the way they've done that. So honestly, I miss Huawei being around in this market, because they're just pushing the envelope when it comes to innovation and what's possible. Because I think nowadays you don't get that much of this kind of stuff anymore with smartphones now, because everyone just copies each other, do the same thing, and there's no innovation or anything new. But yeah, it just runs fluidly well, very smooth. There's no issues at all when it comes to gaming, when it comes to browsing the web, using multiple applications. It just works really well. If there's any negative I have to say about the design is A, the creases. That needs to be ironed out, no pun intended. The camera bump on the back as well just sticks out. That it makes the whole thing wobble like so. And then if you're holding it in portrait mode like this one, because the camera around the back is kind of heavy, adds a bit of weight to it, it kind of is top heavy. So you have to be careful with that one. As for the case and that stand, one of the benefits of having it is if I was to have it like this, it means I can pair this up with an external keyboard, so a Bluetooth keyboard, and do some work on the go. So that makes it a bit more useful and a bit more functional than just being this fancy thing that you fold and unfold on the go. If you end up getting one of these, make sure you leave that case on as well, because this side bit here does protect this panel on the side there, that curved panel edge there. So that protects that curve from damages and anything else. As for the camera, we have a 50 megapixel main camera at f1.4 to f4.0, so that's variable aperture. And we also get a 12 megapixel 5.5x telephoto lens, and we also get a 12 megapixel ultra wide. So if you decide to go ultra wide, you have plenty of options there. So that's my first impressions and just an overview and unboxing of the Huawei Mate X-T Ultimate design. As always, let me know what you think in the comments below, and if you're thinking of buying one, let me know as well. Would you get one? Would you buy one? Let us know. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe.